Hi everyone and welcome. We're going out to the kitchen garden, but not to get food to eat, but to get food to soap with. I've already dug up my turmeric root and my carrots, and I thought I'd bring you along to harvest some ginger. Now, I'll be frank with you. I'm not good at doing things while holding the camera. Now, during this process, here I'm just juicing the turmeric and the carrot. However, one of the things that happened while I was doing this is that my juicer broke. And I've been using this one regularly for a couple of years, no issues. And suddenly it broke. See the black plastic there, and the gasket broke, some of the ball bearings fell out. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to send it back to the factory. And this was a real hassle. But a few months ago, I drove by a garage sale, and I saw someone had parts of a juicer, like the motor part, but they didn't have any of the side parts that you need, like the pitcher or the catchment. So I bought it though, because I thought, well, I can make do with it. And this is it. This is my $6. See, it still got the price on it. $6. It works. And it's a less expensive model, but in a pinch, it did the trick. So next, my aloe vera. And everybody does aloe vera, and I know this, and I'm not going to show you probably anything original here and how I process it. I've done videos on this before, but one thing maybe I haven't shown you is just a simple way to remove the spikes on the side. If someone else has already done this in a video, well, forgive me for repeating it, but I just want to show you. You can just remove those side spikes with a simple vegetable peeler. And this is going to have goat milk, and of course my carrot and turmeric mix. And then I will add in the ginger juice into my liquid at the end, along with honey and the aloe vera. And this is made just like pretty much any other soap. It's not very complicated, but it's just a joy for me to do, especially when things are stressful at work or in life. And yeah, it's been just well, I'll tell you. So one of the issues I'm having is with the property. One of the properties next to me was owned by the same person for years and years until they died. And then it sat empty. The property did for years and years, and then someone new has bought it. And unfortunately, there are those kind of people that like to have dogs, but not care for the dogs, and they just let them run wild. And as such, the dogs are a real issue for me. Now, in this soap, the reason why I'm mixing it in the mold is because one of the fragrances that I added there was the oregano, and you know how, if you've seen some of my past videos where I've used it, how it seizes the soap. So I first brought it to emulsion so that the lye was well mixed, poured it in the mold, then added the fragrance, and then added the stick blender. Anyway, so this has been just an issue for me with these dogs. Very upsetting this last few days, to the degree where it's affecting my sleep. It just bothers me. And It'll be taken care of. I'll come up with something. But it means that now you may wonder, well, how are the dogs getting in? Well, do you have fencing? Yes, I do have very good fencing, in fact. These dogs climb the fence. They climb over the fence. I've never seen anything like it. And, well, yes, I have. It's happened before with other people's dogs. That's just the nature of these kind of semi-feral dogs. When people don't take care of the dogs, they just let them run wild, they tend to gang together and they become very similar to a wild dog in that nature. And they're not eating the goats. They don't kill them for food. They just seem to take joy and pleasure. They haven't killed any this time. These haven't. But they did injure one, and she's pinned up because of this, separate in a hospital pen. And it just angers me. And if they ever got hold of the babies, of course, they wouldn't survive. But I won't talk more about that. I know that it can be a little depressing, but that's what's going on now. I hope you don't have to deal with such things in your area. So yes, these browned up a little. That's natural or not unusual when using natural products. But the turmeric will keep it from turning any more brown. It kind of keeps this orange hue. And for carrot soap, to me, that's quite good enough. And what I wanted to show was just how I trim my soaps, because I have had people ask, and there have been other comments about this, and so I just wanted to touch on it for just a moment. My way is very simple. I cut off the corners with the vegetable peeler first. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is nothing complicated. And then I have a method that I use. After I take off the corners, then I do 2 sides at a time, and I count like this. I go 1, 2, rotate. And that's all there is to it. And I think they come out fine. Are they a little rustic? Perhaps, but it works for me. And the stamping, a trick that I learned actually from another soaper, was to spray a little alcohol on your stamp prior to stamping. And that keeps them from sticking. But after I do 3 or 4 here, you'll see I stop spraying it and just go on through them, because I realized they were better than I thought. So, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it adds that little something extra. And I try with every goat milk soap that I make to add this stamp. I don't add it to all soaps, just the ones that have goat milk in it, just to be sure that nobody is unaware that there's goat milk in it. If they're not looking at the label, they simply look at this and they know, oh, that's got goat milk in it. And I don't use it on the others. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you're having a wonderful day, everyone. You take care, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.